For example, Cleveland, Ohio, where Antonio Barrera, an illegal immigrant from Mexico, thrown out of the U.S. 3 times, just sentenced to 15 years in prison for sexually assaulting a child relative. He will serve his time in a state prison before being deported back to Mexico again. Real Prince, right? Joining us now is Cleveland Police Detective and former president of the Cleveland Police Patrolmen's Association, Steve Loomis. So, Steve, you're looking at these migrants. Everyone's like, oh, open up your heart to these people. They're desperate from Honduras. Would you say there's another side to this?
Absolutely, absolutely. I would challenge Nancy Pelosi to spend 5 minutes with the mother of this beautiful child that was victimized and shouldn't have been. Let her explain her position on open borders and sanctuary cities to that mother. And thousands like her, thousands of parents. There's victimized, we have victimized children in this country. We have victimized adults in this country by illegal aliens.
I mean, look, there's a few hundred that got there. They started at 1,400 only because the president was relentless, and the intention was pretty hard. However, we let in about 17 or 18, but don't tell me they're all refugees. They're not all women and children. I'm looking at some of these guys sitting on top of that fence. They look pretty healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, law enforcement. Speaking from law enforcement, we're constitutionalists. We support this country, every aspect of it, including legal immigration. We want people to come into this country, but we want them vetted, and we want them to come in here the way that our forefathers and our grandparents came in, legally. And that's not too much to ask. And, you know, for Nancy Pelosi and others to think that somehow we're the bad guys, because we're not going to allow that. And President Trump, God bless him, for closing those borders up and making it more difficult.
But, Steve, you got a real divide. And, you know, you have these Texas counties who are banding together to look to throw out the DACA kids or reverse the President Obama's DACA decision. And you have others like Mayor Rahm Emanuel, who wants to give illegals licenses in order to be able to vote and basically give them instant citizenship, as well as our lunatic mayor here in New York City. Have you ever seen such a divide on such a black and white issue?
No, never. And, you know, it's working out real well in Chicago for the mayor, the decisions that he makes. He's another one that's got to go. The fact of the matter is that law-abiding citizens are being victimized, from our perspective, at higher rates than they ever have before. Now, what we're going to see here, and you should have seen the look on this guy's face when she said 15 years, because he absolutely thought that he was going to get deported. You know, absolutely. There has been no ramification for illegal aliens committing crimes in this country. You put them on a plane, you fly them home. What the heck is that?
Right. You know, so they come in again. They
come in again 3 times through El Paso, this guy, to Painesville, which is one of our sanctuary cities up here in Northeast Ohio. So it's got to stop.
Yeah, people's got to just you got to take politics out of it. It's nothing to do with the Hispanic vote or North or South.
No.
This is just about what is America and how to get in. Detective Steve Loomis, thanks so much.
Thank you very much, sir. You know, the family of this victim of this 5-year-old is a Hispanic family, you know, on that point. So they're not just victimizing, you know, Caucasian Americans. They're victimizing everybody.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Steve.